Hey guys, just a little bit of chitter chatter today. It is the second week of January, which everybody's New Year's resolutions ought to be going full blast, huh? I did start a New Year's resolution. I intend to lose weight. So, here is my beginning picture. I'll try to post one every month. My goal is, I'm setting small goals, like 2 pounds a week. I would like to lose around 10 pounds a month. And I know that's going to fluctuate probably. But hey, the girl's got to do something, because she's huffing and puffing and wheezing and yeah, just no energy. So you're probably going to be seeing not so many dessert videos, different ways of cooking things. I'm not a healthy eater. I promise you, I'm not a big vegetable person. I never have been, and I can't seem to correct that. But I am going to, or I have been, look at this car backing out. I'm sitting in the parking lot at the clinic right now. So, but anyway, I am going to be cutting down on carbs, drinking more water, walking, yeah, you name it. Whatever I can do to boost myself along, I'm fixing to try. I do have a good support system. My family is on board. I have a couple of really close friends that are on board. So they'll be holding me accountable. So anyway, I am ready to shed some pounds. So, needless to say, you're going to be seeing things done in my air fryer. You're going to be seeing things done on the smoker a lot more. Baked in the oven, in the Instant Pot. I'm trying to stay away from fried foods as much as possible. But anyway, so I want to make you part of this journey with me. And if you got any tips for non-healthy eaters, feel free to drop them. And anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. We put about 4 racks of ribs on the Pit Boss smoker. We're really enjoying that. Cooked up some baked beans with some extra rib meat I had. And yeah, we just had some good old smoked meat. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you subscribe. And hey, come on and join my cheerleading section. We'll catch you later. Alright guys, it's Southern Roots again. So, I wonder if y'all can guess what's fixing to happen today. If you guessed that we're firing the Pit Boss up, you are absolutely correct. I usually do baby back ribs, but today I'm doing it St. Louis style. So, I bought these. They already had some seasoning on them. I'm going to give those a try. First off, I'm going to kind of square them up. Kind of try to get a uniform shape so I can get a even cook. St. Louis style ribs tend to be a little more meaty than backs. One of these days, you guys, I'm just going to invest in a different cutting board. This one is about to get on my nerves. So you want to cut some of the thinner end pieces off because they're going to get done a lot faster than the rest of the stuff. So that looks pretty good. I'm doing a total of 4 slabs today. So we'll be back in a bit. Get these last 2 slabs here. And no, I'm not going to waste this meat I'm cutting off. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. You want to trim any big amount of fat. You got it. You want to go ahead and get that off. Okay, so now I've got them all trimmed up. I'm going to go over them with some Lawry's seasoning. You don't want to rub it in, just give it a gentle pat. These things are hanging off my cutting board, so I'm going to have a messy counter. Okay, I'm going to do the same to the back side of these ribs. I'm not left-handed, so it's kind of a hit and miss thing right now. Alright, so I'm going to flip them back over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these things sit here for about 30 minutes to an hour and sweat. Start to soak up some of that seasoning. Let it work down in that meat while I go get the smoker ready. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the ends and the sides that I trimmed off in the back, whatever. So I took my grill basket, I lined it with foil. I'm going to kind of sort through. I don't want any itty bitty pieces. but a lot of these are really meaty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in this basket. I'm going to slide them in the smoker, let them catch some smoke. Then I'm going to use them in some beans. So, yeah, that's going to be super good. So anyway, I am excited as to how these are going to turn out. I hope they turn out great. I'm letting the smoker get up to temp. They're going to go on the smoker for at 275 for probably, I don't know, at least 2.5 hours. And we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm getting my ribs ready to go on the smokers. I've already got my racks in because it's just easier that way to me. So I've laid them out. What you want to do is make sure you bunch them up a little bit, because that kind of squares them up and helps them to cook evenly. It makes those bones stand up more. So anyway, let's head to the smoker. Okay guys, we have reached 275. Well, it was until I left the door open and put everything in. So, we're on the smoker. Let the countdown begin. We'll be checking back in. We are about an hour and 13 minutes in. So, looky here. Don't that look good? I'm going to give these guys a spritz of apple juice and water. I mix like equal parts because you don't want the sugaries or the juice to turn to sugar and all the sugary stuff start burning on your meat. The ribs are looking really, really good. So I'm going to give them just a bit of a mist. These down. I'm going to put them back in there. They're going to go and we'll check back on them in another hour. Okay, so what I've done is I've went ahead and pulled the end pieces off about halfway through the smoking process because they're thinner. And I don't want them dried out. So I'm going to put them in this pan. Add the juices. I'm not left-handed, so it's taking me forever. Sorry. Pour the juices back in. Over it. Probably add maybe a tad bit of water. Cover it with foil, and I'm going to put them in a 250-degree oven for probably about an hour to finish cooking them off. That way they don't dry out on me, but they've still got that great smoke taste to go in the beans. So, back in a bit. Alright, so, trying to hold this camera phone, do this at the same time. Okay, so we are going in for the second spritz down. They look like they're coming along real good. I'll be pulling them off probably about 30 minutes and wrapping them. So we'll be back. Alright, so I'm fixing to see if these things are ready to wrap. The way you can tell if they're ready to wrap is if you rub your finger and you don't get hardly any rub off. So that means they're ready to wrap, so I'm just going to pull them off, take them in the house. I'll see you in the kitchen. Okay, so I pulled them off the smoker. I've melted down a stick of butter, real butter. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of chili powder, just a hint of cayenne, not much. Then I'm going to put probably about 3 tablespoons of honey and about half a cup of brown sugar. So I'm going to give this a mix. And what this is a butter bath, which is going to go down on my foil when I wrap the ribs. It's going to help keep the ribs moist. So now I want to flip these over, kind of break off some of this where the fat and the blood's kind of drip down. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to pour a little bit of this down on my foil. And I'm going to lay them meat side down. Then I'm just going to kind of brush it down a bit on the back. And double wrapping. It makes it better to where the bones aren't poking through on your ribs. So I'm just going to repeat with the next 3 slabs. That one looks good. So I'm going to come through, pour some of this down. Same process. Brush it down. Double wrap it. And do the next 2 slabs. Okay, so I've got the ribs all done up. Taking them back to the smoker. We're going to go meat side down. for another 30 minutes to an hour. I'm looking for a 207-degree temperature internally. What they're doing now is mainly just finishing up cooking, becoming tender. So we'll check back on them in a bit. Okay, so I have got a really busy counter right now. I've got a lot of different things going on. Anyway, I pulled the rib pieces out of the oven. Get this off. Look at there. Those look absolutely delicious. So I'm going to take them out of the juices and let them cool to the point where I can handle them. And I'll pull the bones out, chop them up, and we will go from there. They look really good though. Okay, so we're going to check the internal temperature. Remember, we are looking for 207. And now we're setting at 190 on this one. So it likes a bit longer. It back up and check the other ones. Okay, so I'm sure this is a familiar sight to some of you. This is my barbecue sauce I've made. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it in just a bit. Okay, now here's where it's fixing to get good. I've dipped some of my barbecue sauce out that I'm going to save back for my ribs. I've left, get this on here, this much in the pan. I'm taking 2 cans of Bush's baked beans, and I'm going to pour in here. Then I'm going to take this rib meat off the bone, chop it up, and put it in the beans. So I've got the rib meat chopped up. Gonna mix this sauce into these beans a bit. Then I'm going to put the rib meat in there. Alright, so I've got the rib meat put in there, and I'm mixing it all up with the beans. And I'm just going to put this in the oven and finish cooking it. So, we'll be back when it's done. Oh. Dust it down. They've got really good color on them. So I'm going to finish the rest of them up, and we will be back and we'll cut into it. Okay, so I'm going to cut into one of these. I'm going to try to stay between the bone. The knife is just going right through them. There you go. Look at the moisture in it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a long one. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Catch you later.